What's up, guys, and welcome back to the infamous project. If you haven't seen the full video on this 1993 Cobra theft recovery, make sure you go and check that one out because, man, what a story. A one-owner car stolen back in 2000, recovered a week later with not even as many parts on it as you see now because it was just literally a shell. And needless to say, the car got written off. The insurance company sold it at auction. And well, nothing has happened to it in 22 plus years other than somebody throwing a couple body panels on it and what you see sitting here today behind me. So in today's video, I want to do a little bit of project inspiration, if you will. Now the car sold itself. Super cool story. Who wouldn't want to build your own 1993 Cobra, especially one that you could make your own? Because again, I've said it before, when you get a car like this, anything that you do is only going to help the car or be a benefit. And to see something as clean as this underneath, you know, in terms of no rust, there's been no collision damage or anything. It's just been robbed of its parts. So to be able to put some parts back on it and give it a little bit of life really gets the creative juices flowing, can really get you inspired, and can really put things into perspective. So be sure to stay tuned to this video as we do like a little 30-minute transformation that I think is going to be pretty inspiring. So stay tuned. The sun's starting to go down. It's late in the afternoon. I haven't had my Miller Lite yet. You can see I got a whole array of parts sitting behind me here. And these are just random parts that I had laying around with the exception of these two 93 Cobra wheels that I have sitting here because, well, those are off of my 93 Cobra. And the other day, I was looking at all the Maker's Garage boxes that I have in the shop, and I'm like, you know what? I want to test fit those reimagined 18-inch Cobra wheels. And I want to see what my carbon fiber splitter looks like all out of the packaging and everything else. So I'll show you a little bit of footage from the other night when I mock up the wheels that Maker's Garage made and that I picked up at the Woodward Dream Cruise. So I'll do that footage, then we'll come back here. So we're inside now, and in efforts to get me motivated for my own 93 Cobra, I figure, you know what, why don't I do some unboxing? So sometimes if you got that project sitting in the corner, and a lot of people do this, but I feel like they don't unbox stuff, and people should unbox things a little bit more, because when you unbox things or you test fit things, kind of like I'm doing in the video here with this theft recovery, if you can visualize it, then it should help motivate you to get some of your project done. So in this case, I've picked up my 18-inch reimagined Cobra wheels from Maker's Garage up while I was at the Woodward Dream Cruise. I stopped by there, and actually, he had one carbon fiber splitter left, so I couldn't not take it. Now, real quick, what I want to do is I'm actually going to take the two Cobra wheels off the driver's side of this car. Ultimately, they're going to get bolted on the passenger side of the theft recovery, but whatever. I haven't opened these specific ones. Now, of course, I've seen Jason's wheels in person a variety of times, but these are my personal ones that I've ordered. So again, first time unboxing. Got protective lip here, which is nice. I know he was struggling a little bit with the UPS delivery guy on a few shipments. So unfortunately, there was one, I think, like a big metal piece of rebar or something, almost looked like it went straight through the box and clipped a wheel. So fortunate enough for me, I managed to pick these up in person, so I didn't need to worry about any possible shipping damages. But here we go, telling you how to do your center cap. Pop this out of the box here real quick. The silver finish on it is beautiful. I'll give it that. Man, holding the camera and pulling the wheel out, it's a little challenging. So I'm the square set, guys, just in case you're wondering. So all my wheels are 4-bolt, 18 by 8.5 to kind of match the track width front and rear, the way that he's done the offsets. So that's what I went with ultimately. So hopefully everything is going to look good, and I'm curious. There we go. There's my engraving, TIP RC0100. So I've got the 100th set of wheels, and if anybody ever sees this marking on one of these wheels, you'll know you ended up with my set. Let's go ahead, let's get this car jacked up. I'm just going to loosely bolt these two wheels on here. Obviously there's no tires, but we'll get a good idea of how the car is going to look with the 18s. So first look at the reimagined wheels. Again, I've got the right hand on the left hand side. It was just the first two boxes I grabbed, so my apologies, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, I'm gonna hang that on the wall. Look at that, guys. What a beautiful finish. Stuff like this motivates you to get your projects done. It's a nice piece. Curious if I can slide it underneath a... Look at that. That actually looks pretty good. I'm going to tell Jason that, you know, you could easily trim that. I could actually scoot it over a little bit because it's actually shallow on this side. So actually needs to be maybe a little bit wider, but you guys get the idea. What do you think? So now that I got those wheels off, I'll be able to put them with the stack of parts to see if we can finish off our little mini transformation on the theft recovery Cobra. And from there, hopefully I'm going to be inspired to get my 93 Cobra done as well. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the little Maker's Garage segment here. So as you can see, I'm really motivated now with my 93 Cobra because it, like, if we think this car needs a lot, mine needs almost nothing. So the plan for mine is to get it into paint as soon as the Calypso car comes back. And it shouldn't take much because that car, if it wasn't a Cobra, I probably wouldn't even paint it. We'd put it that way. I want to just make sure that that car is as perfect as it can be. And before a motor goes in and everything else, why wouldn't you just give it a nice paint job and just have it perfect instead of duplicating or potentially doing things twice later in the future. So I had these two wheels pulled off the car. Now these are the driver's side wheels, so the fan blades are going to be opposite. That is if they even had them bolted on the right side. So just make sure when you're putting your Cobra wheels on, that you got your fan blades spinning the right way. Same thing with your Cobra emblem. Make sure your snakes or your Cobra's facing the right way. But here we can see all these parts that I have. So that's a GT side skirt that came off the parts car there. It's nothing fancy. It's, you know, it's not a Cobra skirt, but you know, we'll put it on there. I got a scoop that's sitting there. I'm just missing that front fender extension. I don't know if I've got one that I can pull off. But headlight assembly, we've got a Cobra tail light. I got a quarter glass window here that I can stick in the back. I have an OEM 93 Cobra black rear bumper cover here. And you can see it had a VIN here, so we could actually probably find out what car that came off of if I could read the VIN number on there. It does have a little bit of damage, but this is honestly nothing in respect to the fact that this is an OEM piece. I've got a Cobra wing here that actually came off of Brian's GT, so it's going to be a video that's coming along soon. He opted to go back to normal GT wing, and this is his old Cobra one, so I'm going to set that on there, and then we're going to bolt these wheels on. So let's get inspired. I literally want to do this before the sun goes down. I want to do it before I have to change the battery in the GoPro or any of those things. I'm just going to hustle, get all these parts on the car real quick, and we're going to see how it looks, and let's see if we feel inspired at the end of it. 15 minutes into filming this video in totality, minus a little bit of footage that I did in the garage the other night with my Cobra. But tell me what you think of this quick little transformation. All right, so there we have it. Obviously, there's a few other little things I could have done. I could have got an old little Ford emblem for the back of the hatch there. I could have got the trim piece that runs along the top of the roof and down the A-pillar. Maybe grabbed an antenna quickly. Front fender extension, I'm down on those. Everything that I have here is wrecked, unfortunately. But, I mean, I threw a wiper cowl on there. That's, you know, a couple bonus points there. But, you know what I mean? It actually already looks more like a car. And I've spent 10 minutes on it. Now, mind you, I've had a couple of these parts laying around, and I borrowed the taillight off my 93 Cobra, and the wheels. But that just goes to show, though, I just wanted to show you guys, like, would this motivate you? Like, do you think the car is potentially worth more now? Like, I just put 10 minutes worth of time into it. Imagine if I put an hour or 10 hours or a week or whatever. So hopefully this quick little video here can inspire you, help put things into perspective. Again, the car sold fast. I probably maybe could have got more for it if I had put a little bit more time and effort, but I really didn't want anybody to feel like there was lipstick on a pig. You know, when I represent something, I want to show you guys as real and as authentic that it is. Maybe that video plus this one combined would have done well, just to sort of, again, throw things into perspective. But there you have it. This car is going to go off to a good home. I'll announce all that information a little later on because I do know personally the individual that bought the car, and I'm very excited for them because I know they've wanted a 93 Cobra for a very long time. So this is kind of, again, that perfect template and perfect project for them. So thank you guys again for your support. Hopefully you enjoyed the little segments on the 93 Cobra. I know a lot of you guys wanted to see me put this car back together, but I've already got my own 93 Cobra to worry about. I got my 4i to worry about. I got Lemon Drop to worry about. I got my 88 T-Top to worry about. And, well, there's customer cars and everything else in between it all. So balance, guys. One Cobra is enough for me. And just want to throw it out there. If you haven't seen the video on the 82 GLX 5.0 4-speed coupe, make sure you check that video out. And that car's up for grabs. It's solid. I'm actually very surprised it hasn't sold yet. I really don't want to have to resort to put it on marketplace. I just don't want to deal with it. So if you guys are interested in that car, that's a beaut right there. Like, you don't have the challenges of the theft recovery and all that stuff that you have here. That one, you could literally put away at, and every single piece that belongs to that car is on the car or with the car, and you can just section it off, guys. Little projects, milestones, you know, you do the drivetrain, do the suspension, do the brakes, do the body, do the paint, do the interior, all of those things, and you'd end up with a badass ride in the end. Again, as Bad Chad says, perspective. So until next time, thank you again for all your support and following along. We'll see you here on the Infamous Project.